I hope this is visible to you.
Yes, sir. It is visible.
And it is now full screen in the presentation mode. Okay, let me begin with I once again thank all the organizers, Dr. Raut and Dr. Prashant, and I welcome you all in this talk. This talk has two parts. The first part is I will be presenting something in front of you. This is philosophical, and then we'll go for practice, because this subject completely depends on practice. How much we talk, how much we understand. It's better to practice, and through practice only we get results. The topic is yoga and meditation for healthy mind and body. Now, let us first understand this topic, yoga and meditation. Actually, yoga is nowadays there are many misunderstandings. People understand yoga as some kind of posture or the practice of postures. That is one part of yoga. That is not the yoga, full yoga. Like there was a talk by a great sage who said if somebody touches your nose and say this is the person, that is not correct. Or you touch his ear and say that this is the person, that is not correct. So yoga is a whole thing, and meditation is a part of it. Also, in the name of asanas and posture practices, they're also part of this yoga. And then another thing is we want to talk about mind and body. In our psychology, in Eastern psychology, it is understood that the whole body is in the mind, not the vice versa. Whole body, whatever we have this expression, gatherings of Anya, this body is a tiny projection of our mind. That is the consideration of our Eastern psychology. Now, this is uh, a great teacher, a great yogi, Shamirama. We belong to his tradition. So, whatever I am presenting here, uh, I got training from his school. Whatever I present, if there is any mistakes are mine, not belong to the tradition. So we'll be talking about, mostly in this talk, we'll be talking about meditation, because the asana practices, what we do, they all are required to prepare yourself at a certain level to practice meditation. And we will be talking about, throughout this lecture, we'll be talking about meditation. It's why we should do meditation, what are the outcomes, and what is the method of meditation, what we should follow in time of meditation, all those things. And then we will try to interact with you. After that, we'll have a practical session, which is much more important than this talk. So first we start with this misunderstanding. There are many misunderstandings about meditation. Some people identify meditation with some religious practice. Meditation is something which does not belong to a particular tradition, a particular religion. It's a vast thing, and all great traditions have this practice. Some people understand meditation means, someone meditating means he is withdrawing from the world. The worldly affairs, the worldly responsibilities. It is not like that. Meditation gives you opportunity to perform your external or the worldly duties in a more focused manner. It has nothing to do with beliefs. Meditation has nothing to do with religions or cultures. It is beyond that. Meditation is the way of training the mind. Meditation is calming yourself. Meditation means letting go all the biases. We have many biases. We are biased when we see things, but as we practice meditation, slowly those biases go away. We become more open. We see things as they are. A meditative mind is not distracted. It is not dissipated by conflicts. A meditative mind is not caught up by endless churnings of the mind. Now, here we list some of the benefits of meditation. Meditation gives you calmness, and we should not identify this calmness means it is not passivity. Calmness is one kind of fullness. Everything is there. You are much more aware. You are much more sensitive. It gives you peace of mind. It frees the energy from mental conflicts. Often we contain many mental conflicts. Those mental conflicts are engaged with energy. Energy is engaged there. Thoroughly throughout, this energy is dissipated due to these mental conflicts. Is it fine? I'm audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Thank you. So these practice of meditation frees those mental conflicts. Your worries, preoccupation with many thoughts, many kinds of thoughts. Our mind is preoccupied. But when we practice, we learn not to be preoccupied. It frees you. It restores the dissipated strength. The dissipation of strength is due to your preoccupation, worries in thoughts. If you consider yourself right now, your state of mind, you will see that either you are thinking about some past thing or some future thing. You are not at the present. So all those thoughts which with you are occupied with them, then the mental energy get dissipated there. Meditation develops deeper levels of concentration, although we should not identify meditation as concentration. If you meditate, you practice meditation, you develop concentration. One become fully focused. You do something, we do some work, we are not focused. Our mind is engaged at some other place, some other thing. But when we start practicing, our focus on some work, whatever work we do, the focus increases. We stay focused on that work. It improves our learning ability. A journey of inner research. Our institutes, whatever we have learned in our schools, in our colleges, everywhere we learn to examine the external world. Nowhere it teaches you how to look within, how to discover your internal states. What are the states of mind? What is the process of thinking? What is the state of our thinking patterns? We don't know. Actually, much of our own personality is unknown to us. So that is something which creates problem when we see that after a lot of effort we give in the external world, we do this research in the external world. All of us are faculties. We are engaged in different kinds of research. All are very rigorous and involved. We are into that. But you see, if we really go deep into our own personality, we really don't know who we are, how a particular thought pattern arises, how it comes, how it goes, how it disturbs. We are not really aware of it. We are not really aware of our own personality at different, deeper levels. So, friends, we need to understand our own personality. If we do not understand our own personality, how whatever effort we make in our external life, we are not full, we are not happy. So what we want to be in our life, what is our goal in our life? What is the goal in our life? Somebody say that goal in our life is to experience God. But that is something which is written somewhere. We don't know. We have not, it is not coming from inside you. Actually, if we examine, our goal is to be happy. Our goal is to be in that happiness which is never ending. But if we examine our external success, we will see that this happiness never stay with us for a long time. This happiness in the external world, which we get from a lot of effort, but that happiness is momentary. That happiness is transient. That is not permanent. But actually, what we are longing for happiness. We want to make ourselves, we want to get ourselves happy always. That happiness can be obtained from our from the center of our consciousness, from inside only. If some point of time, if you have come across to this experience that there is something inside which can give you joy, and you don't need there is no need of external means for that joy. If you have ever come across with this experience, then you know that there is something which does not need external stimuli to become happy. Can we make that experience at our grip? Can we get that experience whenever whenever we want? Yes, we can do that. And that can be done through this journey to the inner world. The journey to the inner world starts with our physical being, with our physical presence, and then step by step we go into our deeper personal levels. So it is said that there are 5 steps, there are 5 layers of our personality. It starts with this body, the physical existence, the annamaya kosha, and then it goes to the pranamaya kosha, the breath. Then it goes to the more subtler is the manamaya kosha, the mind, the body which is made up with mind. And there are 2 other deeper levels, the Vijnanamaya kosha and Anandamaya kosha. So meditation is a process which gives us the way to go to that Anandamaya kosha. When we go to that Anandamaya kosha, the inner joy comes, and we don't need any external stimuli to become happy. Happiness is already within. We need to discover it. Now, sometimes what happens, we come for meditation for with curiosity. What happens if we do this kind of practice? You want to just test the through curiosity, you don't want to just test what is meditation. If you sit for meditation for some time, for 1 month, follow the follow the methods, obviously you will get some result. But the interior research, you see, you all of you are faculties, we are faculties, we do research, and we know if you want to write a research paper article, you have to work hard, and you know how much you have to work hard, and then you cannot write anything on your research article. There are reviewers who will catch you. So this is, you need a concrete science to write that article. Similarly, this is interior research. What I found personally in my personal experience, my external these research interests and this internal inner research interest, I found this subject is much more profound than the external subjects. And the science is exact. It says you do this and you get this result. Yes, it happens. With all humble submission, I can say last 9 years I am practicing this science, and with my experience, I can say that this science is exact, and we should do research as we do in our external world. So mere curiosity will not help us. We have to put effort to discover our internal states to get that endless joy. And since this is your inner journey, it is learning to know yourself. So nobody can force you. You have to motivate yourself. Now there are three schools of attaining goal of life. As we are saying that our goal is to be in ever happiness, not ending happiness. There are three main schools to attain this. What are these schools? These are prayer, contemplation, and meditation. What is a prayer? We do prayer. A prayer is a petition from someone who has particular desire to be fulfilled. And meditation is a process that leads one from gross self to the subtlemost self. In prayer, one receives energy, courage, zeal, and strength from within. Prayer has to be God-centric. It should not be egocentric. It should not be, oh God, give me this, give me that. It should be selfless. Prayer obviously purifies the way of soul. We need to meditate without disturbing the prayer. Why we are saying this? Suppose you have some practice of puja in your daily life. You can have confusion that if we do meditation, that puja may be, it may create obstacle or it may disturb my puja. It is not like that. This is separate school. Two schools are separate, and when you practice together, it will help you. Okay, so the present practice of whatever you do, whatever prayer you practice, whatever religion you have, meditation does not disturb your prayer. So one can do prayer and meditation together. Now there are other schools like contemplation. In contemplation, what we do, we assimilate ideas for the principles of life and universe. Constant assimilation of those ideas, constant culturing on those ideas. And then a time come when the whole personality transforms. This is the process of contemplation. Contemplation is seeking and searching for truth. On the other hand, meditation is a practice of experiencing truth. I'm sorry, there is something came here, 2 degrees of freedom. It's not related to this. We need to practice both for better result. Practice contemplation and meditation together to get better results. Now, who has meditated? If you see our history of mankind, all great men, they have meditated. I'm again sorry, this C should be capital. Buddha, Christ, Moses, Rama, Krishna, all great men, they have meditated. Meditation establishes our conviction. Then our faith is strengthened. When you practice meditation, you experience something. That something, when you experience, then your journey starts. Then your faith is strong that yes, this is the correct path. I can move on. And slowly the scattered mind become organized. No more scattering, no more going here and there. Your mind become one pointed. Meditation is the process of training mind to be one pointed. Now we here again listed some of the outcomes of meditation. When you meditate regularly, continuously, it gives you tranquil mind. It gives you freedom from fear. Always we human beings are not different from other animals. And one of the common thing with other animals with us is fear. And meditation gives you way to become fearless. It gives you calmness. It makes you gentle. It makes you loving like Buddha. It gives you opportunity to experience inner joy, which is called samadhi. We'll not discuss this in details, but these are the something which we often desire in our personality, and meditation is capable of giving you that. Now, we need to form a habit of meditation. And how we can form a habit of meditation? If we sit in meditation exactly at the same time every day, same place, same posture, and follow the same method, what happens? When you do something repeatedly for a long time, it becomes your habit. And a time comes, the mind, body, and breath look forward for that time. Like you take lunch, let's say at 1 p.m. every day. So, what happens? Whether you are hungry or not, you are looking for your lunch at that time. Same thing happen with meditation also. When you practice meditation for a long time, then it creates a groove in our mind, and mind flows on that groove. That habit is developed. So we need to fix a time, a particular time on a day, say in the morning, let's say 7 o'clock. First, you fix that time, that on that time, every day, whatever happen, I will sit for meditation for a few minutes, maybe 10 minutes, but you will sit for 10 minutes at that particular time. Why particular time? Because our body and mind is conditioned with time. So time is very important at a particular time and then at a particular place. with a particular posture. We should not change our posture every day. We should not change method of meditation every day. That will not work. So it's a very famous saying of Thakur Sri Ramakrishna. He said, if you want to get water from a well, you have to dig at one place only. You should not dig here today 2 feet or 2 meter, there 2 meter, and somewhere else 2 meter. You will not get water. To get water, you have to dig at a particular place. It means you should not change your method. You should not change your place. You should not change your time. At least, up to that, when you have achieved something in meditation, then you can change. But then you are not interested to change. At that time, it is habit. Wherever you are in meditation. Okay. So now we go methods of method of meditation. So first thing is you choose a place. You sit at a place which is simple, uncluttered, and quiet place. Okay, it should not be disturbing because initially you need some support from your environment. This environment, simple, uncluttered, and quiet place, will help you. So choose a place, and then you should sit on the floor or on the chair according to your capacity, according to your nature. It does not matter whether you sit on chair or floor. Does not matter. Your meditation is same. But if you have chosen chair, then sit on the chair only. If you have chosen floor, you sit on the floor only. This is not learn. This is learn to be still. The first thing is learn to be still. And this stillness starts with our physical presence, physical body. So we should choose a particular asana. Whatever we practice in Hatha Yoga, we practice many asanas. But you choose a asana. We will practice this after this talk. We will practice. We choose a particular asana, which is you are comfortable with, and you choose according to your nature and capacity. Sit in that asana every day. You should not change that asana. When you sit, your head, neck, and trunk, head, neck, and back should be in straight line. Straight line does not mean the straight line, the scale. This straight line means the spinal cord has its own natural shape. It should be like that. We will demonstrate it after this talk. We must relax after you are on the posture. Then you will see that there are muscles which are supporting this posture, and those muscles are not relaxed, but we have to make our muscles relaxed. This is a learning process which you will learn. When you sit first day, you will see that okay, some tension is there. Ask your mind to get relaxed. As your practice goes on, you continues in practice, you learn how to relax your muscles. And slowly, the days will come when you will sit in the same posture with your spinal cord at its natural straight position, but all the muscles in your body are relaxed. And meditation is the art and science of letting go. So we should first start with our physical body. The muscles are in tension. We should let go that tension. The next thing what we observe some obstacles. When you sit in meditation, first time you sit in meditation in a posture, you'll see that muscles, there is some tension, twitching, tremor occur in various parts of the body, itching, shaking, everything. And we'll come to thoughts, but before that, these are the physical bodily thing you will observe. Then what is the solution? The solution is you continue your practice, a particular posture, regular, punctual. When you practice every day, slowly, actually why it happens? It happens because the body has do not have that habit of stillness. We are busy in the external world. We are, I don't know why we are busy, but we are busy in the external world. So body is habituated in the external world. But when you start internal journey, you have to be still. But that stillness we have not practiced. So when you start practicing, the objections come from the body first. And the way is to practice at a particular time for a long period. And then slowly, these obstacles go away. And the next level after physical you sit composed after your physical things are taken care, then comes the awareness of breathe. The next level, next seed. So what we need to do, there are 4 qualities of breathe which supports deeper meditation. These 4 qualities are breathe should be deeper. Right now, if you examine your breathing pattern, how many breaths you complete in a minute, you will see that this is uh, at a range in 15 to 25. You count that your breath, how many breaths you are taking in a minute. And when you see that, what is the level, how much air you take in a breath, you'll see that only 1/6 of the capacity of our lung we take that breath. Why is it so? Because of our wrong posture. We sit like this, huh? In front, we bend in front. Okay, so what will happen? The lung is not expanding as it should expand. So with correct posture, with your spinal cord as its natural posture, then you get the space, your lungs get the space to open up. So amount of air you intake is increased. What is the help? Help is, you know, that if we take much air, we take much energy, we take much oxygen. So it purifies us. Breathe should be deeper. Next thing is breathe should be smooth. What happened? You when you take a deep breath, you will see that there is some jerking. This jerking will not help us. We have to be this the breath should be smooth. And that smoothness will also come with this practice and through other practices. Breath should be continuous. Third quality is it should be continuous. Right now you examine your breath. When you exhale and inhale, you'll see that it is not continuous. There is some gap between your exhalation and inhalation. Same thing happens when you inhale and then exhale. You will see that some gap is there. Breathe is not continuously, means as your breath ends, exhalation ends, then and there inhalation does not start. There is a natural, it is not natural, but our habit, we have developed this habit of a pause. That pause is not desirable in meditation. It should be continuous. Now, and it should be silent. Sometimes you will see that the tubes of our breathing tubes, they sometimes squeeze, and sometimes the sound comes, but it should be silent. That is another quality. So these four qualities have to be maintained. But here I want to say another thing, that these four qualities should not be imposed. These four qualities should be developed. How we can develop? Through our physical practices. So some preparation is necessary for meditation. Those preparation we will do after this talk. Okay, so during meditation, we must be aware of our breathing process, and it should be free. I have written it should be free. Free means, as you know, that these four qualities should be maintained. A natural tendency is to impose these four qualities to your breath, but that is not the way. When you impose, you are feeding your ego. Okay, you will see that some part of your body is under tension. That will not help. We need to make it free. Whatever may be the breathing pattern, do not judge it. That pattern can be corrected through your everyday practice. So, for 10 minutes of meditation or 20 minutes of meditation, we need to prepare our body. Before you meditate, sit for meditation, we must prepare our body. We must prepare our body such that our breathing attains these four qualities. Okay, and up to which end we should go in our breathing awareness? When you sit in meditation, your body is fully relaxed. Body is fully relaxed means there is no concentration. A fraction of mind is not concentrated on your body parts. The whole mind is now concentrated on the breath. So it is like your whole self is flowing as breathe. You are the breathe. And that happens when we completely relax our body. The next is thought. This is the position everybody asks, that I sit in meditation, but thoughts come. Thought will obviously come. That is the nature. Thought will come. Meditation is not trying to control your mind. Meditation is training your mind how to attain those thoughts. We need to attain the thoughts without reacting, or we may react at the initial reaction, but no more reaction to the reaction. Slowly it develops. Slowly it develops. But from the beginning, if we object that, okay, I have this thought and that thought, I am going to the office and I'm going to here and there, that person has said something, it is there in everyone's life. But we learn to attain the thought not to react. Thoughts will obviously come. Meditation does not mean no thought. Everything is there, yet you are peaceful, yet your mind is calm, yet you are going deep. What we need to do, we need to come back again to the concentration on the breath. Okay, if you, yes, it will happen that some thought will come, you will react and then react and then react, and goes on. Suddenly, also something will come from inside. Okay, I'm already caught. Then what to do? Again, come back to your breathe awareness. Okay, this is the process, and this process, when you do every day, obviously there will be improvement. There are a few more things. These things are also important. While I was preparing slides, I could not make the slides for this. Let me talk here in details, little details about all these things. So first thing is guidance from a competent teacher. When we start, we are there are obstacles, there are things which cannot be handled by a beginner. You need a competent teacher. There are teachers who are competent, who can guide you. You must be in touch with that teacher. As when we do some research, we have supervisors in our PhDs. We following the method, or we are hallucinating. It may happen. You will see that people sit in meditation and they hallucinate. They, they go here and there with their thoughts, they take off and never come back. They come back when the meditation time is over. So that is not meditation. It's a kind of cheating with yourself. We should not be cheat ourselves. We should not do that. So every day we must check whether we are meditating or we are hallucinating. If we do meditate, results are obvious. This is an exact science. You do something and results are not there, never happens. But sometimes results wait for a particular situation or particular time. After that, results comes. But if you practice, results are obvious. In deep meditation, the sages of great traditions, they have experienced some sound. Those sounds are not like the sounds we hear in our external world. Those sounds are a little bit different. Those sounds are heard in deep meditation. They are called soundless sounds. These sounds are called mantras. These sounds are like vehicles. So these sounds help students. So like when we are in meditation, we sit in the practice, and then mind is something which always needs some kind of object. Without object, mind cannot stay without object. Mind always needs some object. It always want to be associated with some object. These pure sounds, which are called mantra, these sounds are those objects. Mind can concentrate on that sound. and those sound become like vehicles. Other than concentrating on some thought, particular thought, you concentrate on only one thought, that is the mantra. And this mantra is given by some competent teachers who are who are authenticated, authorized by genuine traditions. And these mantras are personal to students. So teacher examine the student, teacher see the nature, the thought pattern, behavior, emotion of a student, and then he imparts mantra to a student. And that mantra is is a vehicle for him or her. And the tradition we belong to, where mantra and meditation are inseparable. They're the same thing. And at a time comes when when the mantra which is practiced, which is practiced at all its deep, deeper levels. There are 4 levels of a mantra, and all these deeper levels are practiced with full devotion. Then that mantra guides you, leads you to the highest, to the highest realization. And we all aspire for that. The last thing I want to discuss here is dying peacefully. We often see people on the deathbed are much, much more fearful. This is really painful to everybody, all common people. Death is painful. Why is that pain? That pain is is for the journey, for the fear from known to unknown. Throughout our life, if we discover only external things, these worldly things, when you die, when I die, I have to leave this external world. I have to go to somewhere else. And I am not prepared for that. Meditation prepares us. If you are fortunate to see or hear about a yogi's death, a yogi is dying, a yogi is left his body, her body, he lived, the yogi leaves his body with a peaceful of mind. He is not fearful. There is no pain. Sometimes there are traditions in which a yogi leave his body in front of his disciples, just demonstrate them that death is not the end. Death is the pause. Death is the point where you go from one class to another class. Meditation is that opportunity to prepare ourselves dying peacefully. With this, I stop talking. These are the books from which I have taken these topics. Most of the things which I have discussed are taken from this book, Art of Joyful Living. One chapter is there in this book, and that chapter is called Process of Meditation. All the topics I have taken from that book, that chapter. This is the book, The Art of Joyful Living, written by Shami Rama. And in this book, there is a uh, chapter called Process of Meditation. I have taken this, and there is another book which I have consulted. that is Meditation and its Practice, which is to me an extraordinary book. If you read and get guidance from this book, you will know